concept of an industrial platform is something that I think should probably be defined first before answering the question, what does the future of that look like? Originally, the industrial platform was really plant-based. So if you take a look at an individual location, it's going to be the platform that's used to pull in data from multiple different PLCs, different devices, and pull those back into a central system for that single plant. Now, I think that's expanded a lot, and that is a really, it's a bigger concept at this point, that you have an industrial platform that's going to span the course of multiple different facilities, span the course of multiple water, wastewater, or oil and gas, or different geographically separated areas, and pull that back into a central location. I've seen a pretty large trend to move from individual locations into these centralized locations, often going into the cloud, sometimes going into centralized systems that are, hosted in data centers or hosted in other IT infrastructure. And if I'm talking about the future, I think that trend is going to continue. The idea of being able to take a look at all of this data across multiple different areas, to analyze it in a way that's apples to apples, to really be able to pull it into standardized data structures and have those data structures consistent and equivalent over the course of the future of your organization. I think that those are really powerful things, because what that does, having that solid data infrastructure, it gives the ability to pull in and do reporting and do analysis in a way that you're able to see different trends for different areas. You're able to get insights from this data instead of just having it be a block of data, and feed it into a lot of these more recent analytical tools, like some of the machine learning, some of the categorization, the predictive maintenance, the predictive pieces for all of that going forward. So, there's been a lot of movement in that direction already, and I think that data infrastructure, the IIoT movement, the movement to having all of this standardized set of data that's available for analysis, and then having the analysis all in the same platform, I really think that's where the future's at. With Ignition, that's our software platform. We see a lot of our customers doing this today, and I think that customers are going to keep moving more and more in that direction to start getting lots of insights from their data going forward. So how do I see the future of the industrial platform? Well, I think in order to answer that question, you really need to define the industrial platform first. And what does that mean? It means different things to different people, but if we go back maybe 5 or 10 years, it was almost entirely plant-based. So individual locations, those individual locations having software that was connecting to PLCs and other devices and pulling that back to a central plant-based location. The plant manager might log in and see some of that data and be able to do things with it. The industrial platform definition has expanded significantly as we're in the age of digital transformation, we're in the age of IIoT, we're in the age of a lot of these different pieces that are being done in order to make things in a more grandiose scale, if you will. So take these individual plant locations and then move to the next level. Take these individual plant locations and connect them together. Take these individual plant locations and feed them into some of these analytic systems, some of these machine learning systems, some of these AI systems, and get a lot of value from it. So I think that we're really in an age where this industrial platform means things across multiple different locations, multiple different facilities, becomes a platform that can be used across an entire organization, an entire business. And this platform becomes an intelligence tool as opposed to just an industrial tool that allows for data in those areas to come together. So standardized data structures, single source of truth, all allow for data to come in a way that it can be analyzed. So this single source of truth, this standardized set of data, really allows for that data to be analyzed in a way that is apples to apples, in a way that multiple different facilities' data can be compared, and you can actually have a solid view of what one facility might look like versus another facility, or one remote location might look like versus another remote location. having this standard set of data in a standard data layer also enables the ability to use some of these really advanced tools that I just mentioned a moment ago. The idea of using machine learning, the idea of using artificial intelligence, the idea of using all of these technologies that might be able to do predictive maintenance or categorization or predictive or prescriptive controls with closed loop feedback coming back through in order to tune for process optimization. Those things are within your grasp these days because there are the tools there to get that data in a standardized way and then also use this as an overall business tool. So our software is called Ignition. We see customers doing this every day these days. That didn't used to be the case, but it certainly is today. And we see many, many customers that are on this journey toward going from a previous version of what could be considered the industrial platform up to a modern one where you are having this control, you have these reports, you have unified dashboards, you have information that folks can see on their mobile devices, and you have things that folks from anywhere from the C-level and the VP level and the director level all the way down to plant engineers can access on their phones, they can access on their desktops, and the accessibility of this information and being able to have good reports off of it make it so businesses can make quicker decisions, faster, and it makes innovation much more possible. The future of the industrial platform, I guess what I'm saying, is really, it's now, and it's available, and you can get it, and you can utilize it. And I see the way that things are moving, that this only continuing to become more and more valuable for organizations as they pull everything together inside software that can actually handle this.